Hey, hi everybody.
Hey everyone.
Here we are again, Saturday in Ohio. It's going to
Yep.
rain today, but fortunately, most of us will get through the show before it rains.
Yeah, I think today and tomorrow, right?
Yep, today and tomorrow. But and here we go. We got a good show again today, and
Hmm.
we got an awesome dog here coming up. He
I
well,
can't wait to meet him.
you're fixing to here in just a second, but.
Uh,
Rachel sends her regards. She had to work today, so she's not going to make it today. And let's run just through the comments real quick here. And hi, Janine. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hi, William. How you doing? Hi, Kelly. Hi, Lily. Hi, Jim. Um, oh, you're in California. Oh, Mahi. Hi, Mahi. Uh, Hi, Denise. All right. Well, without further ado, we got our superstar for today. And
oh, Leo would like to say hi to everybody too. He
oh,
he
hi,
came to
Leo.
visit.
um, and hi, Marla. And so we're going to bring our boy up, and Sharon will watch the comments.
All right.
So
Hi, Kelly.
without further ado, we want to introduce everybody to Hachi. Hi, Hachi. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
How you
My
doing
daughter
today?
Rebecca's here too, and she just met Hachi and it went very well.
Who did?
Oh,
My daughter Rebecca's here. She's got the camera, and she just met Hachi and it went very well. He's really
Oh, good. Look at that boy.
oh, look at it. He's got a cute little face.
he does. Good boy, Hachi. Good boy.
Well, we've got the burning question. Did you get to meet Mikey yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna do that after.
Okay. In case everybody remembers Mikey, the kennel cat, Sue has him.
Yep.
So, anyway, what can you tell us about Hachi?
So Hachi came up from Tennessee originally. He was returned, and now we're trying to find him another home. He's about 2. He's been in boarding for about 2 weeks. He's doing great there. He does doggy daycare well. He seems to ignore the cats there. We're gonna do a little further test with Mikey today. And he gets along great with all the big dogs there. He prefers not to be around the smaller dogs that can be a little that nervous energy they give off and the barking. So he hangs with the big boys there. He's doing fantastic. He's housebroken. He likes his treats. He's gone to the beach with me, and now he's down here at the pond. And he's just a really sweet boy. He saw some geese today with no reaction. I don't know any
He looks like
questions
a
about him.
he looks kind of like a little guy, is he?
He is. I would say he's maybe 70 pounds. So, like,
Wow.
he's not even up to my knee here. So, yeah, he's a little on the smaller side, but he's really cute. He's got beautiful fur. We just had a couple walk by with a very young child, and he had no reaction to them. He walks great on the leash, no lunging at cars or anything like that. I don't know what else to say.
Aw.
That is awesome. And we've got his banner up that because he's ready for adoption, isn't he?
He absolutely is. Yes.
And what kind of home would Hachi need?
So I think he would need secure fencing, obviously, like all of them. He's going to need experienced peer owners to take care of him. He's really sweet, but he needs guidance, structure to be the best he can be. I wouldn't put him in a home with any small children, older teenagers, and if people are coming in and out, he needs a safe place to go and proper introductions to the people coming in. But I mean, he just met Rebecca and did fantastic for the first time now, about 10 minutes ago, literally, right, Beck?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's
That
really
is awesome.
cute.
All right. Well, Roman signed on. I'm going to bring him up so he can get a good look at Hachi too, although he can see him down there. Hi,
Can you
Roman.
see him? Lou?
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Roman. How are you?
He's so stinking cute.
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
But he's about 40 pounds too heavy for the dog you're looking for.
Yep. Can I get him a portion?
How's he been doing on the leash for you, Sue?
He's really good. He really is.
You're asking the wrong person. Sue is already a leash walking professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn from the best, right?
Nationalpyr.org.
I have that video somewhere.
You know, I've got I made a couple of pictures of that boy, and while he's at daycare, okay, and he's, you know, as you can see, he apparently gets along with other dogs, okay,
Look at
and he
him.
likes and he smiles. All right.
As long as they're big dogs, he doesn't really like the little dogs there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see a Great Dane back there. He seems to be getting along with him, all right, huh?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And now I'm going to show the picture Sue didn't want me to show. He doesn't have a big butt. This is good. He's good, and he works out, and he's got that good figure. All right,
He's sexy.
he is. Yeah, everybody knows how Pyrs can get big butts. All right, he's kind of a little guy though. So anyway,
He's cute.
but he is a good-looking dog. And how did he ride the car?
Oh, he rides fantastic in the car.
So that means transport somewhere wouldn't be an issue then, would it?
Nope.
Okay.
He's in Connecticut right now, in boarding, like I said. So, you know, if we have a foster home for him, or even better, an adopted, that would be good.
Yeah, that's right, because you can foster Hachi too, because he is in boarding. This little guy has to live in boarding right now.
Yeah.
But make no mistake, there's a good boarding place. As you can see, there's daycare. So,
Yeah, that we consider 70 pounds small. You're absolutely right, Susan. Out of my dogs, sometimes I'll have the one with me, and she's my small one, and you know, we'll be out, and people are like, "Look at that big dog," and I'm like, "Wait, which dog do I have?" She's small to us.
now Zeta said that Champ's the king of the big butts. So he's available for foster or adoption.
Yep.
We really want to get him out of that boarding and let him thrive. And
Hey, Sue, did you say what size fencing he would need?
You know, I'd say 5 feet. You know, I think he'd be okay in that. I don't want to say 4 because I don't know, you know, that well and what he's been in before off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I don't think he could get over 5 feet himself. He's not. I don't think he's motivated for it, and his legs are a little short. So.
okay. Well, cool.
He just doesn't seem to have that personality either. You know.
Yeah.
To try to.
That's
All
good.
right. Well, there you have it. There's Mr. Hachi. That is an awesome dog, and he just got to have his needs met, and we got to get him out of boarding. So you can foster him, you can adopt him at nationalpyr.org.
And if I get good video of his cat test, I will post it, you know, in the comments later.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and of course we always love to see Mikey. So
Okay.
So you're more than welcome to post a picture of Mikey too.
yeah.
I will do that. I'm gonna try him with Mikey first, and then see how he does with my other 2 cats. But we'll see.
Mikey is a
Marla,
good test cat.
Hey, Sue, Marla wants to know what kind of fee to adopt. Isn't that all listed on the website? Because I think it varies, doesn't it? Somewhat.
I think his fee would be $525 or $550. I think it's $550 though, because he's young, on the younger side.
Okay. All right.
Boy. Oh, he wants to be petted more.
Look at that.
Yeah. It's like he was nudging for my hand when I stopped. For
Yeah, the camera's a little low. If she could raise the camera up there, we're getting there. A little more. That's
got him,
good,
Ben?
boy. That's perfect. All right. Okay. So nationalpyr.org, you can foster him, you can adopt him, and you can do all kinds of stuff out at nationalpyr.org.
Yep.
So anyway, Sue, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys. Let's find hard to go home.
And thank you for going to get him too. We do have a general question for you, Sue.
Sure.
There's a general question. Is there an age limit to adopt puppies?
An age limit to adopt puppies?
Yeah. I think that goes case by case, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
All
Yep.
right. So, okay. All right, everybody. Sue, thanks for coming.
Thank you guys.
And we're going to move on with the show because Roman's got a couple of good questions here. And,
Great.
yeah. So I'm going to take you down to the green room. Thanks, Sue. And don't let him eat Mikey just in case, okay?
Not a chance.
All right.
Talk to you
Okay.
later.
Here we go.
All right. Bye.
All right. We have Roman here. Hi, Roman. How's it going?
I'm
I
good.
think before we go into the questions, I think you've got something going on today, don't you?
Yeah. Thank you for pointing it out. I almost forgot about it. So I have a puppy class today. It's a puppy parenting class. Don't take me wrong. It's about the parents to learn how to deal with the puppies, and especially you guys who have Pyrenees know exactly what I'm talking about. Those biting, ignoring, stubborn little white creatures running around your house, and you have no control of it because it's really, you can do nothing about it, but you can. So that online parenting class is basically 1.5 hour educational, and it will walk you through the process how to basically turn those puppies to really obedient family members. It will also talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about aggression, about biting, about leash pulling. We basically go through everything so you have a better idea of what you can do to change things, right? It's a very low cost, and the reason why I created that class is for everyone to be able to kind of get the baseline straight. And we're going to talk about the use of tools and which one to use and which one not, and why we should use those tools and why we should not use these ones. So basically, in this 1.5 hour, once you're done with that, you will be the smartest person in your neighborhood. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Now,
So
go ahead.
Patricia, who was interested in adopting puppies, maybe she should sign up for the class if she's
Absolutely.
interested in
Especially-
puppies.
These classes are perfectly for people who have puppies, want to adopt puppies, or raise puppies. Okay? This is for all those people because it gives you a holistic approach of things that it's not really out there known.
and how much is the class tonight?
Sorry, what?
How much does it cost to get into the class?
Well, you need kind of a fortune of $37,
Yeah.
right? And with that,
Can I
you get-
share the screen to where the class is?
Yeah, it's on my website, holisticdoctoring.org/events. And I have other events coming up, so you may want to sign up on my website so you get notified for my upcoming class. I have a leash class coming up soon enough. I have a more spiritual, energetic workshop coming up. I have workshops about aggression. So yeah, I will be very active this year, putting up some very super interesting, life-changing workshops out there to a really affordable price, so everybody can, know better on how to help their dogs.
Awesome.
I love that the class is so affordable, and you're going to get so much information if you have puppies, or again, like I said, if you're looking to adopt a puppy, it's a great time to get it and have all the information before you bring the dog home. Even
I would suggest that should be kind of like a go-to, and I would create a kind of like on your own pace workshop class online where people, before they adopt, they go through this class, get certified as an experienced puppy owner or experienced puppy parent, like will be your driving license. And I would reach out to several rescues and see if they agree upon giving priority to those people who have passed this class test, because there's a test behind that. It's not just watching videos. You really have to understand things. And there will be question up there. You do have to not copy paste. You have to really think about it and kind of aware about it. That would give you a better chance for adoptions, because those dogs who have been parented the proper way have less likely the chance to be one of those 10% of adoption return rate.
right.
I just posted the link to your workshop in the comments because Lily asked for it, and she asked me to put it back up here too. So should be able to click the link out of the comments on any of the 6 places we broadcast the show to. So
thank you. So it's last call. It's today 3:00 Pacific time, which is
6 o'clock.
basically 5 hours from now.
Yep, 6 o'clock Eastern time. So
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it because I have a session with the dog.
You have done this actually, but you know what? Even if you cannot make it, you can still get a copy of the event. So whatever you want to watch real time or watch it in a copy in a replay, the only thing you will not be able to ask questions, but you can still send me an email and I can answer your questions there. So there's no excuse you cannot attend. So
thank you. So now let's move forward here. We've got 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
And I know both of the folks, and probably both of them are on. Well, I saw Susan's on, but anyway, you guys remember Misha? Ashley in Utah has her, and she has a question. It says, I have a foster Misha. She has been on the show. I have been working with her since February. She has been doing great and has a wonderful, loving attitude with me. She has been great with her safe place and is getting used to people. This week, however, she was approached by a teenager that works at the kennel. And the teenager is timid and just a bit afraid of her. Her fear made Misha scared, and she went after that girl. Okay. She did not bite her, but definitely warned her to get away. She did it again, she did it again when someone just walked by us when she was on her bed, her safe place in the office. Help. Now,
can you read that again? There's lots of information there I need to capture.
There is a lot. And it says, basically, she's been doing great since February. There's a timid teenager that works at the boarding facility that Misha went after. That she's a bit afraid of Misha because of her size. It's intimidating. Okay. And her fear made Misha scared, she thinks. Okay. And she went after the girl. She didn't get bit, but she definitely got warned to get away. So I'm assuming, okay, like a Pyr does. And then she did it again when someone just walked by them. Apparently, Ashley was there, but she was on her bed, her safe place in the office. I don't know the office.
Okay, I got it. So first thing, I would definitely eliminate a medical condition. Which kennel is the dog again? Is it national?
It's in Utah. The dog's in Utah, yeah.
Okay. The combination, I would say the combination of the dog reacting to the timid person and the dog reacting to the passing by person while the dog was in the bed, God's feeling, they are related. On the first side, they are not, but I feel they are related because the dog needs help and he tried to express it. The timid person basically was the last tip of the straw for the dog to feel not heard. And everybody who passes by, the dog starts being guarding his place. So I feel the dog is either in digestive pain, internal pain, or he has a physical pain, or he has an emotional pain. I've seen dogs being in grief and be reactive over their safe space. I've seen people, dogs who are reactive, and I actually had a show today about that, who are responding aggressively towards a person who has similar state of mind as the dog. So it was kind of like more a reflection. And that combination, I would say, the dog may emotionally is going through an emotional kind of like dark space right now and needs help. How to help that dog? Whoever person is connected to that dog or has a good handling on that dog, I would add a little bit more out time, get the dog out of depression, likely, upgrade the quality of food, something that is more nutritional as possible. And I know it's difficult, working in rescue, having all these fancy foodish there for specific dogs, but I highly recommend to check in a little bit with digestive system, adding some specific probiotics. And I think there are 16 different types of probiotic strains that each one has a specific effect on dogs. I don't have the list out of my mind. I'm not a veterinarian or veterinary nutritionist, but a specific strain can help the dog overcome that condition that he is right now. But I would definitely rule out any medical conditions.
I personally have had good luck with the ProPlan Calming Care probiotic. I can't remember the name of the strand, but they actually did trials on dogs that were anxious and had anxious personalities, and then dogs that kind of were happy, calm, relaxed dogs, and they compared their digestive systems and
Right.
the bacteria in there, and what they found was that the more relaxed, happy dogs had a particular strain that the anxious dogs did not.
Yes.
Now it takes 6 weeks for that probiotic to really take effect. And if you look at it, Chewy sells it, but you can get it at other places. You can get it from the vet.
Yeah.
But I will say that if you look at the reviews, the people who used it and waited the 6 weeks tend to report positive results. The people that only used it for a week or two and said, well, it's not doing anything, but because it takes time to build up in their system. It's not a miracle. It doesn't change things. It's not like night and day difference kind of thing, but it does seem to ease the anxiousness. And if I remember right, when Misha came into rescue, she wouldn't let anybody get close to her. And Ashley was the first person who was able to get close to her. And so, she was timid and afraid and kind of fearful of people. And so my guess is when you were talking about the mirroring, that probably, she's sort of anxious in general. And then you've got Misha you've got the teenager that's anxious and nervous about Misha, and they just kind of fed off each other. That made a lot of sense to me.
One thing that I would also recommend is we can probiotics from different areas. I do recommend to not stick with one particular probiotics because I haven't done the assessment on that dog. I don't know. It's just kind of like an idea about it. But if the dog has, for example, overgrown bacteria in his belly that are not healthy, that would be an issue. He could also have leaky guts. That would be an issue. He could have also stress. That would be an issue. So all these things just adds up. Just giving probiotics doesn't change the thing really a lot. So we have to see the whole thing as a holistic approach. All these things have to be improved as possible. And if these people want, they can really reach out to me, and we can better understand what the situation is there, what their abilities are, and what techniques they can use to help the dog out a little bit. And definitely a timid person has a reason of being timid. It's not because he's stupid or he doesn't know his job. Some people have experiences, and Pyrenees can be very intimidating. And I'm happy to talk to that person too, because I've been there too. It's not something that's kind of like you're born dog trainer, right?
Yeah. Steve, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'll send Ashley your contact information.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's with the Great Pyrenees Rescue of Montana.
Good to know.
And the probiotics and I don't mean to say that it's just the fix all or it's a one, because you're right. It's just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
But it has been beneficial.
Rescue Remedy is a good question. Thank you, Lori. Rescue Remedy is a herbal approach that helps a lot to calm down, but it doesn't help the belly to feel better. Okay, calming down is a nervous system, but if the belly has an issue, thinking through a process, because the belly is the main generator of emotions in the dog system, of people's world too. You haven't seen me being without coffee or angry about being hungry, right? We have to see that as a complex system that is out of balance. and a great regulatory system to offer nutrition to all the spectrum of the dog's body is the guts. So you don't have a happy guts, you don't have a happy dog, period.
That's right.
Guts are glowing.
Okay. Now, question number 2 is from Susan. She's local here in Ohio. It's a very short question. How can I stop my Pyrenees from running around the house barking like crazy when she sees people walking outside with a dog?
First question: if she's available, maybe answer the question. Where does she live? Is this a neighborhood somewhere in the desert, or is it downtown New York?
Might be downtown Cincinnati.
Okay.
She's on.
Okay, good. So the first thing I would recommend is we have to understand some dogs who come from rescue may have early puppy trauma, which means if they're being removed too early from the litter or they had traumatic experience in the litter period, like the first, let's say, 16 weeks, they may show tendencies to be scared in general. So they are fearful of their safe space. Everything bad can happen anytime throughout the day. So everything can trigger. So one thing I would suggest is to start helping the dog feeling safe by doing a couple of techniques to help the dog becoming aware that we are here to help and support. So for you guys who don't know, I would recommend to do the discurrent trial training. There's a training session with the 2 treats, and I have a document for that. That exercise will help the dog become aware that you can solve a problem for your dog. And if that is happening first, then see this as stages. Then the dog will be aware that he can share information and worries with you, and you will be able to address that. And the core thing that we need to do is we need the dog to let go of what he feels needs to control. Now, we have a guardian breed that he's bred to control his environment and be aware of the environment. And at the same time, we have to recognize that guardian breeds, especially, their territory is not ending around the fence. Their ability to be aware of their environment reach out wherever they can be aware of, which means can get beyond your property and beyond your street set and beyond your neighborhood. Just because something was out there that he thinks is out there, he may trigger, and that's bred into the system, right? So we have a dog who is a guardian breed and is at least 40,000 years old breed, not the Pyrenees, the guardian breed, and your dog is a guardian breed. So from that perspective, I would like to recommend to kind of set up the system a little bit different, where your dog starts trusting you through the process. Then the next thing you have to do is helping the dog with appreciation. I appreciate you for alarm system. Now I would like you to come back to me here, stay with me, which I appreciate more than you going to the door and back through all the windows. And then help him out that instead of going nuts and go crazy and lose your poop around things, how about you come and tell me about it so I can take care of it? And I appreciate you if you go to your bed and lay down, because now I can do my job. So we want to kind of create that understanding to the dog that we appreciate his alarm system. We cannot avoid that. We cannot deny that. He is a guardian breed. But at the same time, we could offer upscale of his job description. Instead of going through all those windows, how about you go to that place? And I appreciate that too. So we have to create a new job description around this job without losing him his job. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that I can ask also too is kind of a background. One exercise that I see very helpful is teaching the dog with the treat exercise. I call it kind of like the attention exercise, to get the dog's attention without the trigger. There was no trigger involved, but we have the teaching the idea of going to the window and coming back from the window, going to the door, coming back from the door, going to the window or the door, coming back and doing something else, then going back to the window, and start escalating that to become a task. From a task becomes a routine, from a routine becomes a ritual. And why I'm going with that is the body has to remember what to do when the brain is shut off, if the dog is in survival mode trying to protect his property. So what we teach him is to go to the window, but bad things happen, and then the body has to remember, once you're there, you have to come back. And that will give you an option to call your dog back in an emergency. So I call it emergency recall. It's kind of a sub-program that you program your dog into the system So when he's at the window, he's likely to disconnect from the window and come back to you.
And she says her other two actually do that.
Right. Well, one dog takes this job very seriously, and I do believe he has a trauma, and that makes him be a little bit more guarding, a little bit protective, because he doesn't want to lose his home again, likely.
Mhm.
That is very good information too. So, and she says thank you. And Susan, if you need to talk further to Roman, there's his email address right there. And he's good at helping. Very good.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you, Roman.
She said she was a rescue at 3 years old. So
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think there's a story behind the story. There's a long happening story behind that rescue.
And she's and the dog's talking right now. Okay, the dog's giving you the backstory now.
Right. Yeah, we have to see behavior not as an end result. Just because my car makes a noise, my car is not broken. So we have to go deeper into that. The dog is not a car. I'm not comparing with that. But we always go to a repair shop if our car has a problem. We don't know what it is. We don't blame the car for doing something wrong. We try to find help for the car. So if your dog does something that is upsetting to you, don't judge the dog by calling him he's aggressive, he's territorial, he is this, he is that. Okay, and definitely he's not a jerk. So what we have to find out, why does he do that? Why is this choice to make that behavior? What is the functional behavior behind that? Does he do that because he wants to gain more of the situation, or things to avoid of a situation? Like barking at the fence is not because he wants to get attacking the people. He wants to get rid of the people. And why does he want to get rid of the people? Because he's afraid that those people will take him away from your house. Or he wants to challenge the property because of their behavior. Maybe, I'm not saying maybe, something happened in the past that you were not aware of, that people challenged that dog, and now the dog has a pattern that says all those people, like the dog has a negative thought process, or he generalized the idea of all the people being bad people, and all the people wants to harm us, and that has to change. So it's kind of a process, changing the mindset of a dog from what he believes is going to happen to the reality, what will happen.
it's interesting. So Susan says that Bella is the sister of Denali, and Bonnie says she is working with Denali, and Denali is very dog aggressive. So maybe the two experienced a similar trauma, and that's why Bella
That makes sense.
Yeah, really does. Sorry, that's funny.
Yeah.
And this is Rhonda Lee.
Yeah.
Let's clarify this.
Oh, wrong Denali. Okay.
The wrong Denali.
Okay.
Gotcha. So in that case, the look exercise is different levels. So make me a video and send it to me how you do the look exercise or the attention exercise, because sometimes the way we set up the exercise is wrong. We expect the dog to look at us, which is one big mistake, and it's my fault because I started the whole drama. Instead of saying here as the exercise using the word here, I use the word look. However, it's my fault, so I'm going to try to fix it. The dog doesn't have to look at you when you give the dog a treat and we do that exercise. It's not an obedience command. It's an announcement. Hey, something important is for you. So people expect the dog to look at them like a command, sit. And that's not going to work, because the dog has something else to do than following your command, because right now something is challenging us, is going to take our lives. And so your obedience right now needs are not the needs that I have. So his needs have priority over your needs. But if you teach the dog that, hey, pay attention, my solution will solve your problem, the whole concept changes, and he will like, okay, what should I do? And once you have that question, then you can come in and says, now come to me, let's do it together. So you have to come in from an aspect of empathy, and your energy around that, the way you respond to your dog, makes also a big thing, because your dog, if he doesn't feel appreciated or doesn't feel heard for his problem he has, you're being part of the problem. And I don't want that. I want you to be supportive to your dog and says, hey man, I totally agree with you. This is very frustrating. Let me tell you what we can do to stop it from happening. And I know it sounds weird when I'm talking about it, but in fact, what you will do is you teach your dog, pay attention, because I have the solution to your problem. Do you want to take my solution, or you want to deal with it on your own? Obviously, it doesn't work because it always happens. But there's another way out of it. So we have to see the dog as a sentient being, emotionally intelligent, and approach it the way that you will approach a 5-year-old that cries because somebody else took its toy away. You don't tell him you're wrong, right? You just explain to him there are different versions of sharing things. Yes, it's your toy. You don't need to share it. Yes, it's your property. Nobody has to take it. But right now, I think it's better when we go inside and talk about that. Like, come over here, let's talk about it. So it's different stages of that. It's not just you do one exercise and everything will go away, like magic, right? There's magic, but not so much magic. But happy to discuss that with you guys.
This is done in steps because everybody learns as these steps progress.
So, right. Or try this. Your husband or your partner is doing something very important to him, and you're like, hey, honey, help me wash the dishes. I want to hear that conversation, how that goes for you. So you see, hey, honey doesn't fix the problem. But if you say, hey, honey, is there anything I can help you? No, I'm good. By the way, if you have a moment, can you help me here so I can finish up the dishes because you're going to be hungry soon? Yeah, I'm coming. So all of a sudden you have a conversation going. You need that conversation to start for your dog to change his mind because he is bred to be persistent. Yes. And you guys call it stubborn. That's your problem. That's your perception. It's not, that's your trauma, not his. His is the job description, and you have to deal with it, that you have to accept. If you can get persistence on your side, you're going to love that stubbornness for him to do what you tell him to do rather than doing something else. So.
That's right. And people a lot of times confuse that because this is a guardian breed. If they're not done with their job that they're doing at the time, they're not coming to you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Roman. That was the 2 questions we had. And don't forget Roman's got a puppy class tonight. You're just 2.5 hours out now.
Less in class.
Get signed up
for it. Have your puppy with you.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you what, anybody that gets the puppy, you got to chase them all over the place. You need a puppy. Yeah. These classes are awesome. They really are. So, Roman,
and they're different. You will hear things you never thought exist. Like,
that's right.
I know people who bred dogs for many years and were like, I never thought of that.
Yep. That's absolutely right. And the information that you'll get in these classes with Roman is just, you just never know. I mean, every time I talk to Roman, I still have aha moments. Aha.
Me too. When I talk to you, like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So
one classical example, did you know that the different stages of bladder stages? So the reason why you're struggling with your puppy bladder issue are stages, like you have teething stages. Just saying.
All right. Okay, we're going to move forward. Roman, thank you so much. Hopefully all these people will see you tonight. And or East Coast this evening, West Coast this afternoon. So Ashley, if you're on, you might want to go into that class too. Puppies are puppies. So, so thank you, Roman. You want to stick around or you need to go?
Yeah, I have some stuff to do, but I will listen to it though.
By the way, I read that the tile is up in the healing center in the bathroom.
Yes, finally after 5 months, I guess.
A little behind schedule, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, we have COVID and we have fires here happen in the past, and it's very hard to get any professional doing a proper job. The professionals you get are the ones who you don't want to get. And so I was forced to do it myself. And I mean, I'm trying. I have 2 left hands or 2 right hands, whatever hands you are, lefty or righty. So I had to kind of go through this experience of messing up a couple of rows before I find becoming a professional. Now, if you need any tiles, don't hire me. No, don't.
Well, I figured by the time you're done with that, you'll be able to go into business building houses, huh?
But you know what? Have you watched the movie Karate Kid 2 or Karate Kid 1 where the teacher is telling him to do things, washing the car, and he gets pissed about it? There is a lesson. You have no idea how many ideas I got while I'm working on the tiles. Yeah.
It was one of them buying a trash can?
No, it's anger management. I have to tell you that because how many times I saw my task being wrong and like, oh, like, I have to breathe. I have to breathe through it. It's okay. It's no big deal. It's just your bathtub. Not a big deal. Nobody will judge you for this and all this trauma kicking in. So it's a healing process. Definitely, I would say that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Roman. You have a great day. All right. Now it's Sharon's turn.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah. What have you got going on?
So just to talk about the Pyr Pack. I don't know if you have that. Yep, you do. Oh, well.
Sorry, Greg. Greg, I'll quit clicking, Greg. Sorry.
So we have our spring membership drive going on right now, where you can join the Pyr Pack and help support all of our efforts to save and rescue more Pyrs in need. And for a limited time only, with your donation, you get a free gift. And so with a $25 donation, you get that cute little decal, which I just think looks so happy. I really love the graphic this year. And with a $50 donation, you get the engraved keychain. Or you can also do a monthly donation, and that's $5 a month. For a $100 donation or for $9 a month, you get the baseball cap. For $250 donation or $21 a month, you get the necklace. I love these wine glasses, a set of 4 stemless wine glasses. It's a $500 donation or $42 a month. Or you can have a custom watercolor portrait of your dog, and that's a $1,000 donation or $84 a month. Or you can get it all for $2,500 or $210 a month. These donations, the monthly contributions, really help us continue to rescue more Pyrs throughout the year. And I feel like in the past week or so, we have gotten so many orthopedic dogs coming in. I'm sure they'll be showing up on the neediest cases at some point, but we have to be able to get them the care. And we've had some injured dogs with injured feet, dogs with injured hips, just kind of an assortment of things. But the shelters really look out for rescue to be able to help with those dogs, because otherwise they don't have the funds to take care of them, and so those dogs become at high risk for being euthanized. So we bring them into rescue, but we have to pay for their treatment. And this is the way that, one of the ways that we do that. So join the Pyr Pack.
I'm going to do something here.
Okay.
For those of you that have never gone to the neediest cases page,
yep,
there it is. And we have Noelle right there. And
yep.
Noelle had 2 knee surgeries here a week ago, I think it was. And
yep.
she's recovering. So look at the number of dogs just in the last few weeks here. Okay.
Yep.
And this will get updated.
I was going to say, actually, there's a number of dogs that I know that have come in that are not on there.
They're not on here yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
so there's always new dogs coming in. And then we just have the regular cost of running rescue, dogs that we have to get out of shelter because they're going to be euthanized. So there's boarding cost. There's, there's just regular vet care, vaccines. A lot of these dogs come in and, they've never seen a vet. So there's blood work and vaccines, and there's spays and neuters. There's transport to be able to move the dogs from the south up, to the East Coast. Gosh, I know I'm forgetting all the thousand. There's just the monthly heartworm and flea and tick preventatives, which that alone, I know if you have a few of these dogs or even one of these dogs, the cost of that monthly. And if you multiply that by 120, 130 dogs each month, it's a pretty high cost.
I just posted the link to the membership campaign into the comments.
Okay. Yep, you can go there. It is on our main page. And so again, the gifts are for a limited time. So that will go away at a certain point, but we like to be able to do this, to be able to say thank you for supporting rescue. And, you get to use your gear and help make others aware of rescue as well.
Yeah. Now, Dana has a question here, which is a very good question. I wanted to address this. What kind of 5-foot fences work for Pyrs? Now, that is a loaded question because it's going to depend on the dog. Okay.
It is going to. There are some 5-foot fences that no matter what kind of 5-foot fence you put in, it's not going to hold a particular Pyr.
But you don't want to stack stuff next to your fence either to make them a ladder.
Right.
And some dogs react out of vision and some dogs react out of hearing. Okay. We've got Bowie over there with our producer. If he sees it, he reacts to it. But if he hears it, he doesn't care about it if he can't see it. All right.
Yeah.
So for him, privacy fence would be good. All right.
Right.
Now, and then we've got the dogs that can hear it and go ballistic because they can't see it.
Right.
All right. So, but there's a fix to that. You put a leash on them, take them around the other side of the fence and introduce them. Okay.
Well, and so honestly, one of the things with the fencing is that we use, and what we're actually going to be putting up, if I can ever get a fence company to get back to me, is we use the 4-board, the post and board fencing with welded wire. And that's what we use. But there are some dogs that won't work for because they can climb the welded wire. And they use the boards as kind of a ladder to go over.
And that's what Carol just posted. Now, here's the thing. The wooden fences have what they call nailer boards.
Yep.
Every couple of feet. That is a ladder. Okay.
Yep.
The nailer boards are capable of going on the other side, or you can put another panel up to hide the nailer boards. Take away the handholds for us, the footholds for them. All right.
And
vinyl fencing doesn't have that.
Vinyl fencing does not. I had a foster here in the barn. They have 12 by 12 stalls, and then there's a wall, the wall that separates the stalls doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling. There's about, a 2-foot open space, and the boards go across, but there's not like they're stacked. They're like the tongue and groove boards. But she went over that wall and ended up in the stall next to her. And that was 7.5, 8 feet. She managed to jump up and get her paws on the top of it and then pulled herself over and scrambled over. So she was just a dog that needed a leash only. Like, she went to a leash only home because there just wasn't a good fence for her. Right. It's a great question, but if you're going to adopt, one of the nice things is that when you start looking for a dog, we evaluate the fence that you have and then, match that with what a foster has as far as, is this a dog that easily goes over a 5-foot fence? Does the foster have, what kind of, we can judge that a little bit better to make sure it's a good fit.
Right. And a lot of times when we have a adamant escape artist, if they can't go over, then they're going to try to go under. Okay.
They go under.
So the best thing to do with them is just don't have a fence. Leash walk them.
Leash walk.
Right?
Yep.
But, in the middle of December, at 2:00 in the morning, Mom, I got to go potty. All right, I'll get dressed.
You also, if you're putting in the fence, you can have them install, if you use welded wire or even chain link, you can have them install so much below ground, right. 1.5 feet or so below ground, and then fill it in.
Sometimes it's easier to keep them from digging than it is from going over. Now, on the chain link, Nancy has which I forgot about until, thanks, Nancy.
Yep.
Coyote rollers. All right.
Yep.
So basically you make those.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that once you have a fence up, so we had the post and board fence, but then we took Chessa and Ava as fosters, and Ava, we knew could go over our, I think it's 4.5 feet is what our fence was, 4.5, 5 feet. And so we just kind of put extensions up from the post and then took welded wire and connected it from post to post. And what happens is if a dog would go to jump up, there's no top board there. So it kind of bends over on them and they can't climb that. Yeah. So that's also something that you can do if you need, it was a cheap and quick and easy My husband wouldn't say it was so quick and easy, but I thought
We
it was
did.
quick and easy.
Yeah. We
Um,
just posted a link to nationalpier.org/fencing. It
mhm.
covers coyote rollers. It covers what you can do for the diggers. All right.
Yep.
So,
But all of those are options for when it
yeah.
comes to fencing. And, if you do have a problem, there are solutions.
Remember what Roman said, the dogs are persistent.
Mhm.
Okay. And if they want out, you really want to change their mind about going out, make it less inviting to be over there than it is to be on this side. And
Yep.
sometimes it can be a challenge. So
It
depends on
can
the dog.
because it has to do. So Mabel is definitely my one that is has more working dog tendencies, and
Mhm.
so if she loves all people, she has never ever shown any aggression towards a person, any guarding instincts around a person. But another dog, cat, bird, deer, fox, any of the critters that go through our yard, she is all about protecting from. And she can't go over, but she would try to go under. And she had also grown up. She came into rescue because from the time she was a puppy, her owner would just open the door and let her out, and she would be found miles and miles away by animal control. She was almost hit by cars a couple times, and so, but she was just used to that. So she was used to being on her own. So when she first came here, she kept wanting to dig under the fences. And what's funny is how she sort of learned is that she knew if she was out and she dug to go under, then she went back into her stall. And she really likes to be out. So she has learned that, well, if I really want them to keep me out, then I can't dig under anymore. And it's worked for the most
Yeah.
part. She likes her space, and she has, we've set things up for her, and gave her some other areas she can dig in. But
She's a good dog too.
she just has that. She really hates the turkey vultures that fly over the farm. They are her worst enemy.
Well, they are a predator. All right. So, boy, I hope we answered that. Now what do you got next?
Actually, you have something. You have a video to show.
Well, it's just, we see these pictures, okay?
Yes,
And Sharon I love that one.
I do too.
Thanks, Lily. Lily's on today.
I think this one's catching snowballs there, and this
Yeah.
is pack off. Love that face.
Yes, so do I.
Oh, and there's my Sophie going for a ride.
Yeah.
Someone partied a little too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. So Sharon came up with something that, which makes it yours.
Oh, okay. So, we put this together so we could kind of show you, but we'd love to put your dogs on the show as well. So if you will send us your funny pictures, your cute pictures, your sweet pictures of your dogs, we would love to be able to show them. We want to have a little segment each week where we just kind of show a video of the pictures that we've gotten. So just send your pictures to the Pyr Show email, which I think, the Pyr Show at nationalpier.org. And then that way you get to be a part of the next video that we put up. And you can actually send, if you do have like a short video clip, 5 to 10 seconds, we can show that as well if you've got something funny. We could even go 10 to 15 depending, but we'll have to put it in depending on the week. But yeah, we want to make sure that you guys get to feel part of the Pyr Show too. And I know we all love to show off our dogs. So send the pictures, and we'll be happy to include them.
And you never know, there could be people watching today that I know what dog that is. If I remember right. Yeah.
That was Max.
And that's Lily's, I believe, isn't it?
I think it was a friend of hers.
Okay. That was Maverick. No,
that was Maverick.
Right, that's
Maverick's the one with the paw out.
And I don't know who that is.
I can't remember.
That's
Sophie.
And then you never know, we might get we might get motivated when we put funny little sayings on them, or you can. All
You
right?
can. And if
Yeah.
you want your dog's name on, you can put your dog's name on there as
Or
well.
tell us the dog's name that you
Mhm.
want him on if you don't have Photoshop or an editing software.
Yep.
And
we'll
if you
put that on
want to,
there.
and if you got a picture and a short video, I can make that video right there that I did of pictures. I can
Mhm.
include a short video in that video. So
Yep.
there's a lot we can do with this. So
Yeah.
well,
And we just wanted to give you a chance to show off off your peers. You guys get to see ours.
yeah. Um,
Oh, and Nancy says it's National Pet Adoption Day tomorrow.
yeah.
So everybody celebrate your adopted pets. And if you are waiting to adopt, this is a good time to go and fill out an application.
Yeah. And Susan has a Pyr Anatolian mix that barks.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
that. They're both
Imagine that.
breeds bark. And so anyway, that's about it for the show.
Yep. That's all I've got.
We're ahead of time, aren't we?
We are. And it's a good thing because I think I need to go up and shut the barn door. I think the rain is about to hit.
Yeah, Greg, all of us out here in Ohio, we're fixing to get storms bad, but we made it through the show without the storms hitting. So everybody, I want you all to have a good week. Next week, well, it'll be a surprise show. How's that?
Yep. We'll have a good show next week.
We'll have a good show, and we'll have our show meeting Monday evening, and we'll make sure we have a good show. So
We sure will.
Hachi is at nationalpyr.org. You got all kind of information. So let me get back here so we can get out of here. There we go. So nationalpyr.org. If it's happening, that's where it happens. Don't forget our neediest cases. Don't forget to become a member in the member campaign. I posted the links. All right. So
Thank you.
All right, everybody. See you next week.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have
Bye.
a great week.